do not let devices rule your family. I want you to know, if you spend even 30 minutes a day, now remember, you've only got probably around 16 waking hours. So if you spend 30 minutes a day, by the end of your life, that's 1/32 of your life that you've spent. That could be a few years, depending on how long you live. Literally 30 seconds a day could be years at the end of your life. Do you really want to get to the end of your life and spend more time looking at a screen than spending time with your children? Do we really need to let devices rule us? Now, here's the problem. We get little kind of dopamine hits, they call it, when we check our social media or email, we get a text or something like this. And so sometimes those devices can be kind of addicting. I want you to get to a point where when you get home, you can turn it off. Put it in a different room. Literally, the people on the other end can wait. You are doing the most important thing you can do, and that is spend time with your children. Do not let devices rule. Now, that being said, sometimes some of your kids may come to you and say, hey, Dad, everybody else has a phone. Why can't I have a phone? It is 100% okay for you, in your discretion as a dad, and you'll know deep down, when is the right time to give them a phone. Somebody once said, when you give your child a phone, that's the day their childhood ends. Is that sad to think about? There are so many. Think about all the stuff that's good and evil. And there's a lot of bad stuff out there that can be accessed by your children on phones. You have a right to put parental controls on it. You have a right to give them a flip phone or a Gab phone or a light phone or one of those phones that doesn't do much, and really talk about the dangers of having phones. So Gab is a good one, I've heard. Light is a good one. It's very basic. That doesn't have the internet access. If they really need to get a hold of you, they don't need to have access to 4,000 apps and a million different internet sites. They may just have the need to call you, so you can ease them into it. And you can also make it so that when you're around, that the devices are not the thing that are there. Now, devices, are they bad? No. Here's the general premise. If a device is connecting you and you're doing it together with your children, if you like to play video games, occasional video game, don't let it take over your life, but video game could be fun. Or maybe you're watching a fun show for a little while, or maybe but you're doing it together. It's connecting you. Maybe you're on a Zoom call with family members or extended family. That kind of technology is good. But to the extent that the technology isolates you from your child, from your family, that technology, I would say, is not good. So to the fact, if I'm sitting in the same room as my child or my wife or our children or whatever, and I'm just zoned out because I'm looking into my device and they're kind of there, but not really, and we're disconnected. That's not good. So to the extent it connects you, use it. To the extent it disconnects you, put it away. So I'm not anti-technology, but I'm saying sometimes you want to be able to say to your child, you know what? We can put this down. Okay. Now, I would teach them you wouldn't give a car keys to a kid who didn't know how to drive. Why would you give a phone to someone who doesn't know how to be discretionary about that? Giving a phone or a device that can connect to the internet is not something you should take lightly. And you have every right as a dad to say, you know what, I don't care if the other kids think it's popular and everybody else is doing it. We're going to talk about it. We're not here to be popular. We're here to teach our kids to be successful. And we're going to do it at the right time. And you'll know. Trust your gut on this one, but don't give them a phone until it's the right time to do it. The assignment today is I want you to have an honest chat with your children about why it's so important to put limits on devices. This could be a difficult one, but have a chat about why it's important to put limits on devices and come up with a plan that you can agree with. How are we going to have limits on these devices? And this may take some negotiation later, it may take some thought and time. There's some good books on this. Like The Tech Wise Family is a good book you could probably look at. But come up with a plan of what you're going to do and the boundaries you're going to set as a dad to protect your family from some of the things that can happen with devices. Take the time, do the worksheet, do the work. You've got this.